Namaskar, Jai Hind, Jai Bharat, and welcome to Dev Talks. This is Adi Achint. I have two veterans with me. Interestingly, both of them have started something very interesting, very innovative, if I may. And what they're doing showcases a certain side of our industry in India which people don't talk about. I'm going to introduce Commander Uday Matthew and Commander Atul Dharan, not in any order. Both of them are Coastmates. So, there's no seniority, juniority. वहाँ पर तो, but and they've started something. Guys, I'm pretty enthusiastic when I look at what they're doing, and this is a very brief hint into Indian defense Atmanirbharta or kis jagah pe, where are we going as far as technology is concerned. One thing is always there, yeah, India can't do anything, yeah, we can't make anything, we can't do anything. What is this? India, nothing happens in this place. Let's find what's the real story. Namaskar, both of you. Thank you so much, sir, for joining in. And
It's a
I'm gonna
privilege.
I'm gonna let you introduce your company. It's a very interesting company, and the name itself is Bravecore, which says we need to take the bravery from the forces, and core, which is, talks about the core technology. Am I right, sir?
Absolutely.
So I'd let you guys take it through. You've got a presentation for us. Why don't you show us what your products are, what you want to tell us about yourselves, and of course, one of the biggest things that anybody would want to ask is is the defense industry today supporting you? Is the country supporting you? And what is it that you need going forward? So, Commander Uday, over to you.
Thank you, Mr. Adi. It's a privilege for
No
us to
problem.
be hosted by you. We are big fan. You have a big fan following, and we are amongst them. So I'll take you briefly through what Bravecore is all about. We are the founders. I am Commander Uday Matthew and Commander Atul Dharan, my postmate. We are the co-founders. We joined the Navy together in 1999. Did engineering from the Navy itself, from the Naval College of Engineering. We are co-smiths. We did engineering as cadets, and then got commissioned in the Indian Navy in 2004. We served in the Indian Navy for 20 years, and last year we took premature retirement and started Bravecore. So Bravecore is primarily into R&D in robotics and drones. We've got offices as well as we are incubated at two places. The first is at the Foundation for Innovation and Technology Transfer, which is in IIT Delhi. And the second office is in Maker Village, Cochin, which is another incubator based out of Kerala. So the tech team is based out of Cochin. Uh, yes, that's about a brief about Braveco. Now, what all are we doing? We have got a project called Delhi Metro, wherein we are building an autonomous AI-powered robotic system for surveillance for Delhi Metro. The project is funded by the Japan International Cooperation Agency, and the project is monitored by Boston Consulting Group as well as IIT Delhi. Yes,
So,
and second,
what
yes,
does it do, sir? What does this particular? So, let's go. You've got, I think, probably three projects that you want to discuss with us today. So let's go one by one. So you've got this for surveillance within the Delhi metro platforms. What is it
absolutely.
supposed to do, sir?
There is a requirement of added surveillance in
Mhm.
metro platforms. Yeah, and you know the current situation, right? Um, so what we are building is a robotic system which will move on a rail fixed on the platform ceiling. It moves in a certain speed, taking autonomous rounds up and down the platform, and it's got its own edge computing device. It's a smart camera. It's got speakers. It's got microphones and a whole gamut of subsystems. So what it essentially does is that in case it detects a person crossing the yellow line towards the track, it stops and makes an announcement to deter the person from standing across the yellow line, and then it continues on its rounds. At the same time, all these things are getting logged in the user dashboard. So the user can go back and play back and see what was recorded. This is one feature. Second is, if somebody sits on the floor, that can lead to a stampede. So if the rover detects a person sitting on the floor, it'll again stop, make an announcement, and log the incident. We call it the smart cop because it's acting like a policeman. Second, third is that it can do unidentified baggage detection. If somebody leaves a bag for say time more than say 5 seconds or 6 seconds, we can do the time settings. Then it will send an alarm to the police or the CIS. Then it can do facial recognition. It will send an alarm to the police. Then it can do stampede detection, and so that before it crosses a certain threshold of the number of people in a certain area, it sends out an alarm to the Delhi Metro personnel to take action and control the situation. So we give a dashboard for the end user. You have playback options. You can play around with the settings of the rover and things like that. So this is the Delhi Metro project we are doing. I think
What
for
is
a drone,
interesting? What is interesting about the Delhi Metro project is we call it the smart cop. Delhi is facing some policing shortages and there are less number of people to see the situation. So we want somebody who can work throughout the day and night, from morning till night, 365 days, without leave or without stop or without any kind of reduction in its capability to detect and find mistakes that are happening on the floor. So that's the concept behind it. So that all of these things can be automated and the reliance on manpower can be reduced, especially when there is shortages existing and people are finding it difficult to mitigate these problems. So that's the crux of that.
I'd say this would be needed in our railway stations going forward as well.
Yes,
absolutely that.
it was a very scalable product. The number of metro stations itself is huge in India.
Yeah.
And when there is a whole lot of normal Indian railway stations, and this product can be employed at many different locations, not just stations. The end user can define what are the things that they want to detect by this smart cop. What is that policing requirement that they have? And we analyze it from a computer vision point of view and find whether a computer can also do the same thing by looking at it. If specific training is required for doing that, that specific training will be done using computer vision, and then that can be deployed. So it's like a person who roams around and finds culprit and say, "Hey, तुम यहाँ से थोड़ा दूर जाओ, तुम यहाँ से थोड़ा side हो जाओ, bag छोड़ के मत जाओ." Or it also helps the authorities in finding the inception of stampede, which is a very valid point when it comes to saving lives. Inception of
Yeah.
stampede has to be detected, and the choke points have to be opened up at that time so that, like water flowing, people should flow smoothly and not accumulate and create pressure in an area. We are mechanical engineers, so we cannot, that's the best way I think we can explain that.
No, that's how
So
it works.
we want to solve real life problems, not just make something and show it off and then sell it off. We are looking at problems, and you come to me saying, okay, there is a problem like this. We will find if there is a technical solution. If there is no technical solution to it which cannot be productized and deployed, we will frankly tell you that yes, boss, this is a problem, a real life problem, but there's nothing we can do about it. But if it can be solved, we'll definitely come out with a solution for that. And that's what Bravecore stands for.
So, so what's the second thing, sir? You've also got drones.
Second is for the military. We have a complete kill chain solution for the army, the paramilitary, and other defense forces. We feel that there is segmentation in the kind of products that are coming to the market. There are a lot of companies making drones and solutions like that for surveillance for the army. But there is a lack of a coordinated, complete setup. That's what we feel. And we were sharing the idea with many people, and people found it interesting. We felt that, okay, it would be interesting if somebody can capture a target, track it, and do surveillance or do destruction, everything from one point. And that is what our main product is, DTDS, which is a complete detect, track, destroy system for the army.
Hmm. So, sir, when you talk about a drone, what all is it? What we see today as a loitering munition? You're talking about an FPV. You're talking about what kind of a
Uh, Drone technology is highly scalable. Okay. Drone technology is highly scalable in the sense that you can change the size of the drone, you can change the weight it carries, you can change the application or the payload that it is carrying. What we feel is while anybody can make drone, everybody can make drone, we want to create that technology or the backbone on which these drones are operating on now. That backbone is generally a ground control station. A ground control station has full authority to control the drones that it is connected with. And we want to control multiple drones from our ground control station because we want to reduce or kill some kind of pain that people are experiencing right now. One pain that people are experiencing right now is difficulty in flying. If you give a drone to a company, there should be a good pilot there who is skilled and who is able to control it and take it to a certain location and do tasks that you're required to do. If you want to send multiple of them, you might need multiple pilots. We want to solve all that problem by giving one platform from where you have complete flexibility and freedom to use it in the most mission capable and tactical way. We've been from the defense and we've been having access to people who have done this kind of jobs, retired people. So we talk to them and we collect a lot of data. And then we sit down and then we brainstorm and come up with filters that would help the man on the battle. That's it. So that
Yeah, so our drones are capable of doing everything which is required by the man on the field. So we have fine-tuned our product after speaking to even serving personnel. We can't quote them, as well as retired officers and jawans who have operated at the border. Yes, it has got FPV features. It's got kamikaze. You can do payload drop. You can do a sweep of a certain area through swarming. You can do waypoint navigation. The whole anything which can be done by drones nowadays can be done by our DTDS system. That's what
So,
I'm saying. Yeah.
just the last thing on drones is
and we
because
strongly believe in R&D.
please, sir.
Yeah, please go ahead.
No,
We
there's just
strongly
one.
believe in R&D.
Yeah.
We strongly believe in R&D, the power of R&D, and we feel that every company should be R&D focused. Yes, it is a good thought process, but R&D is an expensive business. Whatever money you spend for R&D of a specific product needs to be recovered from the volume sales of that product. Eventually, this cost that we are incurring in R&D gets cut into small pieces and get attached to the product's selling price. That's the way we can recover that cost when you're looking at it as from a startup point of view. And when you're looking at it from a startup point of view, we may not have all the resources and money when you're starting up. That's why it's a startup. You have limited resources, you have a very lean team, and you have very little money to start. And with this, you should dedicate some amount for R&D and some amount for some low-hanging fruits which you can achieve and sell and create some kind of attraction and keep yourself sustained for continuous operation. It's all easier said than done. In fact, there are no low-hanging fruits. Everything that appears to be low-hanging may have its own difficulty in achieving. So penetration into the market, having a fund for doing R&D, having the time and number of people to do R&D, finding the market, selling it, showing them this whole startup business is revolving around this. And me and Uday are deep, Uday is a diver also, he has dived deep into it. So these are challenging things. These are challenging things for startup, and money becomes a very important thing. And you had asked one of your questions was how did the government, how are you finding this? We are very happy, and we must say that we bootstrap with them some amount, and remaining everything is coming from government back. Right from the support of IITs, IIT Delhi, to this organization where I'm sitting right now, which is Make a Village, again, make a government organization, and all of the grants and money resources, the funding resources that have been made by the government. If a company studies about all the funding opportunities which are there, if he is having a good product, and if you can convince that this product is worth it has so much of potential. I am saying that you can go to near MVP stage just by looking at government grants.
Hmm.
A reasonably technologically advanced product can be taken to near MVP level, a demo stage wherein you can show it off. Till that stage, you can come with the government grant. That's my feeling because I'll name a few: the Deep Prayas, Tide 2.0, Tide Genesis, Startup India's Lead Fund. All of these guys are looking for bright startups and they're looking to give them money to grow. Yes, we have to be responsible. Product has to be good. There has to be a clear thought process. Nobody can just go and ask them. They will not give you. And we have been lucky to harness a couple of those resources. And that's exactly how Bravecore is moving forward. The bravery, we want to reward the bravery of the soldiers with core technology. And I would like to say that the government is there with us for doing that.
That's
So
really
they're going to,
encouraging.
yeah.
That's really encouraging because the thing that we keep hearing is government doesn't do anything. Where you're saying
Uh,
that you
That's
can
yeah,
get support.
uh,
absolutely, absolutely. Yeah,
I
Mr.
am,
Adi, I'll,
I'm not a political person. I am a political. Yes, I'm a Democrat. But I'm saying
The
the resources are great.
Yeah, it's the ecosystem that matters.
Yes, it's
Once
the
you
ecosystem. Yes.
so Mr. Adi, I'll tell you, I'll add to what Atul said. There are government's funding schemes from the stage of you having an idea, take it to say first a proof of concept, then proof of concept to prototype, and from prototype
Yes.
to MVP, and to commercialize it. So for every stage, there is funds available. So it's handholding all the way. And the great thing is, every central government has been given funds to encourage startups and academia to build products which are required for Make in India and Aatmanirbhar Bharat. So we have been funded by Department of Science and Technology. We have been funded by Oil India Limited through all the schemes which Atul has said. And yeah, so there's the ecosystem is just perfect for uh, Make in India scheme to become a success.
So, and your last product, sir.
We are also making unmanned high-speed ground vehicle also, which can be used for places where drone operation is not possible. There are a lot of places where drone operation is not possible. Maybe an airport. You want to do a quick perimeter surveillance of the airport, but you cannot do it with a drone because it's a flying object. It's an effort in the sky. So we have a solution for that too. So we want to attack all the surveillance problems. All of these problems which can be solved by drones, which can be solved indoors, which on a track or by a vehicle which moves around. But that's where our core focus is use robotics and drones and ground vehicles and things which can move on rails inside to solve the problem of surveillance. Surveillance has graduated over time. Initially, it was one person sitting in front of one CCTV camera. Then it became 10 CCTV cameras in front of one person. Then it became 30 CCTV cameras in front of two people. And then they realized that artificial intelligence sometimes may be better than natural intelligence. Because a person, how much can he notice when he has a grid of 10 cameras in front of him? That gave the necessity for somebody else to assist him. Though India is a place with a billion population, resources are still scarce. I mean, if you have to employ 10 people to look at cameras alone, the company may not sustain or the organization may not be able to sustain. So at those kind of places, having artificial intelligence and leveraging that technology would help in additional eyes, in addition to this one person, to look at anomalies that are seen in the video feeds that are coming. This is this is how surveillance is graduated over time. Now there is one person and 1,000 eyes from the computer program that's running behind him to look at the vision and say, okay, there's a man in a place where a man is not supposed to be. There's a car parked there whereas he is not supposed to park the car. Even to the extent that this number does not match anybody's number in this company. And there is a car which has come from outside and it is not supposed to come. So there is no limit to that. Depending on the client's requirement, everything is possible. And yes, AI is an expensive business. People have to spend on R&D. Companies are R&D shy mostly because R&D money, like I said, is difficult to recover. And I think slowly we are all getting into it. We want to focus more on R&D. We want to make new things which others have not tried out. With the risk of burning our fingers, yes, we are ready to take the risk because we are brave people after all. We have to be brave about it. Take the chances. That's what I feel.
Yeah,
So in
that
terms of
that
investments, yeah, Mr. Adi, like in terms of investments, we look at the big venture capital firm or even an angel investor, so to say, they shy away from investing in companies which are doing hardware projects. They'd rather look at a software company, the next Zomato or a Swiggy or a Zepto or a Blinkit, because the returns are that much higher and maybe at a date. This is where the government pitches in, and they are ready to invest money with no equity being taken in terms of grants, and we are thankful for that. Otherwise, we go to any venture capital at this stage, they say, what is the market price? When am I going to get my 10x returns? Is it going to come back in the next 3 years or 5 years? We say, okay, maybe 3 years, 5 years. They say, no, I'm looking at something 1 year term. Whereas here, the government is just, if you have a great idea, it's got a, market value, then the government agencies are ready to fund it.
And
fantastic, great.
we must place it on record that private investors are very, what do you say, reluctant to get into defense tech.
Mm. It's a
Unless
new.
it's a, unless it is a private investor who is already into the business, who are big guys, a new private angel investor or a venture capitalist is very, very shy to get into defense tech. Yes, defense tech has a double-edged behavior. The deliverables are late mostly. For an order to fructify from initiation to placement of order is a long time,
Yeah, yeah.
and it may not happen at the last moment also. So these kind of risks are involved, and private investors are kind of reluctant to get into this. That's when all these grants and everything become helpful. But if it is a very big product, let's say it's a very very unique product which needs a lot of money, then the grants also will not be able to sustain it. That's the other part of. If you ask me what is the shortfall that we have, the grants will not be able to sustain it, but there are other instruments which are there in Startup India Seed Fund and Technology Development Fund or IDEX or Aditi Challenge. All of these processes can fund such bigger requirements of funds also. Yes, they are a little bit time taking because we are learning the ropes and we are fine tuning those processes with which. But it is sad to say that maybe, just maybe, some company may rise and die in this time period.
Mm.
It is also there. We cannot complain about it right now, but that is something which is getting more institutional and better with every past year.
Takes time. It takes time. It's an ecosystem. You can do Jhatka start, but ecosystem is
Yes,
very
yes.
difficult.
You have to be practical. Yes, yes.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you so much, sir. This was quite an interesting introduction to what you're doing, and trust me, someday we would like to see them in action really fast. And I'm sure you will be able to bring laurels not just for yourself and your business, but country as well. Thank you so much for your time. Pleasure
Thank
to
you,
have
Mr.
you.
Adi.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Jai
you
Hind.
so much for giving us an opportunity. Thank you.